we're in session 4, the ministry of multiplication. This is such an awesome concept. So glad you guys are tuning in for this one. In fact, Go Church, I don't know if you know this, is a result of multiplication. We've been planted or birthed out of CCW, Christian Church in Wildwood, is where we came from. We're a result of multiplication. That's a big part of who we are, and we want you guys to take some real time to understand what we're doing. Ministry of multiplication is a huge part of what we're doing. And so, Josh, go ahead and tell them a little bit about what that means.
Yeah, our mission, and we've said this again and again, is to go and make disciples. And discipleship is an act of multiplication. And so we, as a community, as the Go Church community, we want to multiply. We want, in terms of long-term vision, we want to plant a church within 3 to 5 years. Not only that, but we've talked to you in the last session, we talked to you about how mission groups, we want you to multiply on a yearly level. But that only happens if people are multiplying one-on-one, getting into relationships where they're getting discipled and discipling others.
And so the mission, going to make disciples, that's been around for a long time, but what really changed everything for us years ago now was, what does it mean to be intentional? How does being intentional about discipleship change everything we do? So let's strategically look at who we spend our time with, because it seems like discipleship doesn't happen by accident. So we're going to want you to focus on who are the people in my life that God wants me to get attached to, and so much so that we've worked really hard at a pretty clear and helpful strategy for you to get plugged into intentional discipleship.
Right. So we have discipleship paths, and depending on where you are in your relationship with Christ, you should jump into one of these discipleship paths. The first one is called D1 Discover. It's about discovering a relationship with Jesus Christ. So if you don't know who Christ is, you haven't accepted him as Lord of your life, that's the place you should start. D2, DNA, is about discovering who we are as we follow Christ. It's getting to know this community so that you can really become a part of what's going on here. And then finally, D3, disciple making, is gaining the skills that you need to make disciples, to go on and follow Jesus' mission of making disciples. So that trains you in having the skills and the confidence as you move forward in this ministry of multiplication.
We've done all this to help you figure out how to make disciples. This is such a big part of who we are. So hopefully you've taken some time. If not, I want you to do that here very soon. Ask yourself, who are you investing in? Who are you discipling? And then ask yourself, man, who is invested in me? Who's discipling me? Because you need to know that and continue to figure that out. Now, this is important, and we've given you some pretty clear next steps. If you need to, we've got some discipleship coordinators. They're going to help you take that next step, find out where you are and where you need to go. And so you're going to find out some more information in the show notes. We're here to help you. You guys can do this. God's with you.
When life's doing me wrong, gotta shake the dust off my feet and keep marching on.